Hello and welcome to the Chengdu Sport University Gymnasium, the home of rhythmic gymnastics at these World University Games. The all-around champions having been crowned yesterday, we are now moving on to the apparatus finals, where 6 titles are still up for grabs. The top 8 gymnasts from the all-around final with each apparatus have qualified to compete in these finals, so we are about to see the best of the best. We will begin today with the individual finals with the hoop and ball, then move on to the group 5 hoops final. Then the individuals will return for clubs and ribbon, and the group mixed apparatus final, the 3 ribbons and 2 balls, will round things off. It has been an utterly fantastic trip to China so far for Hungary's Fanny Pignitsky, crowned the all-around champion yesterday. She is the first rhythmic gymnast from her nation and from her school to win a medal at the World University Games. We will begin with the individual hoop final, where the first competitor, coincidentally, will be Hungary's Fanny Pignitsky, the all-around champion. Pignitsky was the top qualifier with the hoop, the ball, and the clubs, and the second strongest with the ribbon. So she has a really big chance of coming away from these World University Games with a fistful of medals. The energy in the arena is high as the officials are being introduced. The gymnasts have already been marched out and taken a kind of victory lap to great applause. The start list for the individual hoop final, leading off the way, Fanny Pignitsky of Hungary, and then the all-around silver medalist, Kristina Poronichna of Ukraine. We haven't seen Poronichna for quite a while in international competition. She had foot surgery back in February of 2022, and she has made a massive statement in her return here. It's been very interesting. Other gymnasts to look out for in this final, the elegant Elzhana Tanieva, the 17-year-old, in her first appearance at a World University Games, as well as Zora Agamirova, the World University Games all-around silver medalist 4 years ago in Naples. She was left off the podium in the all-around competition after a mistake with the ball, but she carries in an excellent score with the hoop. The third strongest qualifier. Among the other gymnasts who have been extraordinarily impressive here, the 2 from Japan, Suzuki Naruha and Matsusaka Reina. Matsusaka Reina captured the bronze medal in the all-around competition, coming from 5th place after the first day. She was absolutely phenomenal with the clubs and the ribbon yesterday, and we will be seeing her in both of those finals too. After the first 2 individual apparatus finals, we will get to the groups where China dominated the all-around competition, but for the moment, the focus remains on the individuals, and we are just about ready to begin.
The athlete on field play is Fanny Pignitsky from Hungary. Hoop.
现在上场的是匈牙利选手，比赛项目圈。
And to begin this hoop final, here is the all-around champion, Fanny Pignitsky of Hungary. Studying physical education and sports science in Budapest, she is 23 years old. And what history we have already seen from her.
Mine, now mine, then now mine, we now mine, and maybe now, maybe we'll see, maybe we'll see. maybe now. Maybe we'll see.
The all-around gold medalist Fanny Pignitsky of Hungary beginning her quest for more medals in these individual apparatus finals. Pignitsky scored 33.25 as the top qualifier into this apparatus final. And she had a very strong start to the routine. The switch stag leap combined with the toss and catch, important to her difficulty. There were a couple of places like that where she bobbled the hoop slightly, and once where she actually mislaid the apparatus and had to take a step or two in order to regain it. Those will be deductions of nearly a point, unfortunately for her. So the score might be down from what we saw in the all-around final. What makes her so good is the fact that she attempts so much difficulty. She has far and away the highest difficulty scores in this field. But of course, with risk comes great reward, but also the possibility that there might be errors. And there were a couple of errors in that routine. And so the door is open slightly for the next 7 competitors to come. And it is 29.05 for Fanny Pignitsky with the hoop.
The athlete on field play is Christina from Ukraine.
And having begun with the all-around champion, we turn to the all-around silver medalist. This is Christina Poronichna of Ukraine. She was also the second strongest qualifier with this apparatus. And so, if she hits, we can expect a big score. What a return it has been for Christina Poronichna of Ukraine, the 20-year-old from Lviv. We have not really seen her in major international competition since the World Championships in Japan in 2021. This is a new routine with the hoop for her to the music of Kalush Orchestra, their Eurovision Song Contest winning entry, Stefania. And Eurovision fans will recognize in the choreography of this exercise some of the elements of the performance that the Kalush Orchestra had to win that contest. Poronichna, a very, very busy gymnast. She's a student at 2 universities, the National Medical University, where she is in her 2nd year of medicine, and the State University of Physical Culture. She has had a phenomenal career as a gymnast, the highest Ukrainian finisher in the all-around at the Tokyo Olympic Games, and someone who has made history for her city, Lviv, where she has spent the majority of her career training. 32.2, and that is the lead for Christina Poronichna of Ukraine.
现在上场的是哈萨克斯坦选手，比赛项目圈。
And now to a strong contender from Kazakhstan. A 17-year-old student from the Kazakh Academy of Sport and Tourism. This is Elzhana Tanieva. The 7th strongest qualifier, but with a mistake with this apparatus in the all-around final. She has room to improve. That is what she is capable of. Elzhana Tanieva from Kazakhstan. A magnificent performance with the hoop in this apparatus final. Tanieva has that certain something as a performer. She has real quality to her work, and nowhere is that more evident than in the way that she spins. Pirouette's very important to rhythmic gymnastics in general, and her personal repertoire helps her build her difficulty, as does dynamic elements with rotation like that, and leaps like the turning split leap, throwing her head back and hitting the ring position, which makes it even more difficult. Here, a front walkover, and then 3 rolls before catching the hoop with something other than her hands. All of that helps build her difficulty score as well. A series of 3 more elements under the flight of the apparatus gives her additional bonus. And she did that a couple of times in this routine. And combining the catch with a rotation, that too gets her at least 2/10 of bonus. The 7th strongest qualifier with 30.25. She improves on that, 31.3. That puts her in the provisional silver medal position.
The athlete on field play is Suzuki Naruma from Japan.
现在上场的是日本选手，比赛项目圈。
And now to a very new face in international competition. An 18-year-old from Japan. This is Suzuki Naruha, 4th place in the all-around. The student from Mukogawa Women's University made a big impression with her first routine in the all-around, which happened to be with the hoop. What a debut it has been for Suzuki Naruha of Japan, and she is just getting started in these apparatus finals. It is quite unusual to see a contender with so little international experience perform so confidently. And she was like that throughout the all-around competition as well. No large visible errors in this routine. Her technique on her fouette pivots is very, very good. Notice how she keeps her base leg firmly planted into the floor. There's no question about completing those. And in her tosses and catches, very clean execution as well. She was the fourth best with the hoop in qualification, in addition to finishing fourth in the all-around. 31.7 was the score that she qualified in with. There's quite a lot of difficulty in her routine, too. The number to beat, posted by Kristina Pornichna, 32.2.
Final score 30.900.
And she's down a bit from qualification, 30.9, the score for Suzuki Naruha. That puts her into the bronze medal position at this point. 4 competitors left to perform. From Romania, this is Andreea Verdes, the 22-year-old from Iași, doing her master's at Alexandra Ioan-Cuza University, a school that has been around since 1640.
After all you put me through, you think I despise you. But in the end, I want to thank you, because you made me that much stronger.
A passionate and determined performance with the hoop from Andreea Verdes of Romania, the 8th strongest qualifier. Can she improve and potentially get onto the podium? Her execution in this routine is really appreciated. She had, in qualification, the highest execution score of the 8 finalists. And the music is so aptly chosen. She is a fighter who can do her best work, often when the chips are down, when things seem stacked against her. We've seen that already this year. She turned in a couple of fantastic performances at the European Championships after a couple of performances that really weren't showcasing her optimal condition. And she said she took time to regain her strength after the European Championships. Competing here has been a dream come true, her words. She has been a fixture in finals at major international events, the World Championships, the European Championships as well, and myriad World Cup and World Challenge Cup events. At 22, she's been a gymnast for 18 years. Experience paying off. And the score for Andrea Verdish with the hoop, 29 even, putting her into 5th place at the moment. And speaking of familiar faces in apparatus finals, here is one from Azerbaijan, Zora Agamirova, the 21-year-old from Baku. She is a student at the Physical Culture and Sports Academy in her 3rd year, studying to become a coach. That's a hit performance from Zora Agamirova of Azerbaijan with the hoop. The gymnast in her 2nd appearance at the World University Games. She won 2 silver medals last time in Napoli in 2019 in the all-around, as well as with the clubs. And that was the competition that really launched her career. She went on to represent Azerbaijan at the World Championships and at the Olympic Games. She gives herself a lot to do, both in terms of body and apparatus difficulty, the manipulations with the hoop and the leaps and jumps and turns and illusion turns and such. She also gives herself a lot to do artistically. Each routine, the choreography, endeavors to tell a story. This very much a fight in which the hoop is brandished sometimes as a weapon. Her score in the qualification, 32.2. It was the 3rd highest. And we could see something comparable to that here. Scores so far have been a bit down, and hers is too, 31.8. However, that is the 2nd best that we have seen with the hoop. And with 2 performers left to compete, that means she can finish no lower than 4th. This is a contender, Matsusaka Reina, the all-around bronze medalist from Japan, 22 years old, from Kanagawa. Someone who has enjoyed a stunning competition so far. What fun it is to watch Matsusaka Reina perform with any apparatus, but especially with the hoop. This is a woman who is a student at the Tokyo Women's College of Physical Education. She's had a very busy spring. She won the all-around, the clubs, and the ribbon at the international tournament in Portimao in May, and then 3 medals at the Sofia International Cup the month before that. And the month before that, she won Japan's World University Games qualifier. There's one of those dynamic elements with rotation, and she too takes advantage of doing 3 forward rolls under the flight of the hoop, getting the bonus that is offered for it. And there was a wonderful sequence of rolls of the hoop over the body just before her ending pose, all of that contributing to her difficulty. She is quite some gymnast.
Final score, 30.200.
And it is 30.2 for Matsusaka Reina at this juncture. And that means that Kristina Poronichna, who currently leads, can do no worse than the silver medal. The one gymnast who could top that is Li Huilin of the People's Republic of China. She had the highest execution score, tied in the preliminaries with this apparatus. Li Huilin of the People's Republic of China, the 20-year-old from Hebei province, receiving quite an ovation from the crowd inside the Chengdu Sports University Gymnasium. There was quite a hush as she performed. The crowd obviously with her every movement of the way. She's a gymnast who has grown enormously over the past year. At the World Championships last year, she performed only with the clubs. So it's quite a step up to see her as an all-around competitor here. And making the apparatus final with the hoop. In the qualification, she scored 31.45. It was the 5th highest. She is a student at Beijing Sport University. Top 25 performances on 3 apparatus at the World Cup in Tashkent this year. And the score 31.00 for Li Huilin of China. That will put her into 4th place. So she just misses out on a medal. And that means that Kristina Poronichna of Ukraine is the World University Games champion with the hoop. Zora Agamirova earns silver. That is her third University Games silver medal, following 2 in 2019. And Elzhana Taniyeva of Kazakhstan has taken the bronze. The results in the individual hoop final: the gold medal to Kristina Poronichna of Ukraine, silver to Zora Agamirova of Azerbaijan, and bronze to Elzhana Taniyeva of Kazakhstan. The first World University Games medal for Taniyeva, the third for Agamirova, and the second for Poronichna after her silver medal in the all-around yesterday. We will be moving on to the ball final in just a few minutes. And it is Taniyeva who will begin us there. So far, things are quite intriguing. Much more to come. Just a moment. We will begin with the individual ball final. Coming up momentarily inside the Chengdu Sport University Gymnasium. The start list: Elzhana Taniyeva, who just won a bronze medal with the hoop, will lead us off. We will also have a look at Lekizara Pekova of Bulgaria, whom we have not seen yet. Kristina Poronichna will perform sixth. She is the gold medalist with the hoop, a title just acquired. And it is also an opportunity for us to see Li Huilin of China again. Commiseration to her for finishing fourth with the hoop. It's a result that is likely to stoke the fire within the ball, and she is excellent with this apparatus. And of course, the top qualifier, the all-around champion, Fanny Pignitsky of Hungary. 32.35 was her score. Leading off the competition with the ball, here is Elzhana Taniyeva of Kazakhstan. Already a medalist with the hoop, we are about to discover what she can do with this apparatus. In qualification, she was fifth. 30.5 was the score. Such elegance. Elzhana Taniyeva of Kazakhstan. She is 2 for 2 in hit routines today. The music to that piece, Speak Softly, Love, by Simone. A small adjustment to the slipper before she began, and a very successful routine. Taniyeva is a performer who can really move you, and among the detail work in this routine, She lip syncs the music every now and again, really bringing you into the performance. And her trajectory in the throws and catches, the gymnasts need to present a straight line when they do those throws and catches and not be seen to modify their trajectory. It's all part of making the apparatus seem like an extension of the body. And the score for Elzhana Tanieva, 31.75. That is up more than a point from what she did with the ball in qualification, where she had the highest execution score of the finalists. So that is very interesting. And now from Bulgaria, our first look today at Lashizara Pekova, the seventh strongest with the ball, 30.4. Her score in the preliminary round.
You are my reason. You are my brain. You were everything to me, everything with me, and that doesn't change. Now there's no reason.
Lashizara Pekova of Bulgaria finishing her routine with the ball. She is a student at the National Sports Academy Vasil Levski, and she trains at the famed Levski Sports Club, along with other members of the very deep and talented Bulgarian national team. As a performer, she can be just mesmerizingly elegant, and that helps her, especially when she has to improvise a little bit, as she had to do once in this routine on a throw and catch in which she was meant to catch the ball as it came down and it bounced, and she was able to reach out and catch it anyway after the bounce. It was on a dynamic element with rotation like that. All of these rolls of apparatus over large body segments, such as the two arms, are important because the gymnast earns difficulty points, 0.4 of a point for every one that she does. 26.05 for Lashizara Pekova. And now the second performer from Kazakhstan in this final. This is Aybota Yurtakizi, a 19-year-old, also a student at the Kazakh Academy of Sport and Tourism.
She
It was going so well for Aibota Yurtakizi with the ball. But about 30 seconds before the end of the routine, there was the loss of the apparatus, and she had to take 3 steps in order to get it back. That means she will receive a deduction of at least a point, plus a small deduction for interruption of the routine. Some wonderful elements, though. Her penché pivots, just excellent, and they seem to go on forever. The difficulty of those depends on how many you do. And there are those ubiquitous rolls over the different body segments. And a very creative catch behind her back into her flexibility, demonstrating ending pose. It's a very eye-catching routine. She was the 8th strongest qualifier to the ball final. 30.2 was the score.
28.200.
And this time around with the errors, 28.2. But that is still the 2nd strongest score that we have seen in this final. So we will see how things develop. Once again, here is Matsusaka Reina of Japan. The 22-year-old from Kanagawa taking to the carpet with the ball. On the carpet, she is more than a rhythmic gymnast. She is an actress. Matsusaka Reina of Japan. What a debut she is having at these World University Games. A student at the Tokyo Women's College of Physical Education. She comes from Kanagawa, which is part of the greater Tokyo area. It's also a massive university area. Some of the biggest universities in Japan are located in that prefecture. And perhaps not surprisingly, it's also a huge sporting area. There are so many stadiums and some of Japan's biggest baseball and football teams. She said that winning the selection to the World University Games back in March was an honor, and it validated her years of dedication to rhythmic gymnastics. She's just starting to see the fruit of that dedication, having taken the bronze medal in the all-around here. A phenomenal accomplishment. And we clearly may not have seen the last of her in international competition. Matsusaka Reina had the 6th highest score with the ball in qualification. 30.5 was the number, and if she gets something comparable to that, she will move into probably 2nd place with 4 competitors left to perform.
Final score, 31.200.
And it is even better than qualification, and she does move into second place with a score of 31.2. The score to beat currently belongs to Elzhana Taniyeva of Kazakhstan. And here is someone who could do it. Li Huilin of the People's Republic of China, the second strongest qualifier with the ball. Contemporary turn from Li Huilin of China, the 20-year-old from Beijing Sport University, delivering an excellent performance with the ball and a high difficulty routine as well. Sometimes it all just comes together on the carpet. Lovely dynamic balance to a forward scale balance in releve. And then a little illusion turn. Here's one of the dynamic elements with rotation, the front walkover, the turns, and then catching in the midst of an illusion turn, taking advantage of combining the catch with the rotation to claim 0.2 of a point in bonus. And much the same thing combined with a back walkover. And then those all-important rolls over the large body segments. It's important not to let the ball bounce along those rolls. They should be completely smooth. Love expressed to the audience by Li Huilin. They have supported her. And she moves into the silver medal position with 31.35 for that routine. An excellent job from the Chinese athlete. Having already taken a gold medal with the hoop, we wonder what she can do with the ball. From Ukraine, here is Kristina Poronichna, the fourth strongest qualifier. What a ride, this routine. Kristina Poronichna of Ukraine. She has medaled in both of the events she has competed in here at the World University Games, and she could be well on her way to a third medal. We will see. There is no question that this routine is going to contend. Cartwheel, turns, another cartwheel, controlling the apparatus. Excellent fouettes, keeping the leg just about at horizontal. And then the turning leaps, demonstrating oversplit. She goes beyond 180 degrees. And notice how she rotates the ball at the same time. That's important for getting credit for the body difficulty. Poronichna was originally a ballroom dancer, and she followed her sister into rhythmic gymnastics. Surprisingly, she was not seen as a big talent when she started, but she worked very diligently to get better. Her coaches say she was constantly, as a child, catching up to people and then overtaking them. She's been described as a caterpillar who turned into a butterfly. And the score, 31.35. And that moves Kristina Poronichna into silver medal position, tied at the moment with Li Huilin.
现在上场的是匈牙利选手，比赛项目球。
Once again, here is the all-around champion, the history maker from Hungary, Fanny Pignitsky, taking to the carpet to perform with the ball. She had a couple of mistakes, small ones, in her hoop routine. She will want to erase them with this second performance. The Fanny Pignitsky story is a story of continual improvement. She came to the World University Games 4 years ago. She finished 9th in the all-around, 8th with the hoop, and 8th with the ribbon. She has come back a World Championships competitor, a European finalist, a world finalist, and an Olympian. And she dominated the individual all-around competition. There is so much difficulty packed into each of her 4 programs. And she shows mastery with the little things, such as the rolls of the ball, and with the bigger things, including the dynamic elements of rotation, in this case, front walkover, chaîné turns, and the catch during a back walkover. It never stops for her during these routines. That's why her difficulty is so high. Pirouette into a butterfly, a unique combination. The butterfly is one of her signature elements. Pignitsky hopes one day to be a coach. That is why she is studying at the University of Physical Education and Sports Science.
Final score, 32.650.
it's a big score that has come in for Fanny Pignitsky, 32.65. So the top qualifier moves to the top of the table. She is guaranteed at least a silver medal.
现在上场的是保加利亚选手，比赛项目球。
There is one gymnast left to perform in this final, and it is Tatiana Volozhinina of Bulgaria, the third strongest qualifier. The gymnast who resides in Sofia and is a student at the National Sports Academy of Vasilevsky is someone who is reputed for the way that she turns. Such elegance. Tatiana Volozhinina of Bulgaria completing her routine with the ball. She is known for her polished work with this and other apparatus. And she really gives the impression that she commands and controls the ball, almost as though there's a kind of invisible string that extends from her hand to the ball. It always seems to come back to her just when she wants it to. This very beautiful ring scale pivot done with help. That means her hand is holding her ankle. Really one of the highlights of this routine is the way that she spins, the posture that she is able to keep during it, and the amount of rotations that she does. Gymnasts and fans from around the world just gape at her capability to do that. Volozhinina always looks quite self-possessed when she's on the carpet, but she says that she gets really nervous, especially before the start. And it will be a bronze medal for Tatiana Volozhinina with the ball. 31.55 her score. And that means also that it is another gold medal for Fanny Pignitsky of Hungary, her second of these World University Games, second and counting, perhaps, given that she was the top qualifier with the clubs and the second place qualifier with the ribbon as well. The silver medal will go to the first performer, Elzhana Tanieva. She earns her second medal at the World University Games. And in just a moment, we will be turning our attention to the first of two group finals. Will be the group performance with the 5 hoops. Before we come back to the individuals with the clubs and ribbon.
宣球的比赛到此结束，感谢您的观看，稍后 将进行集体单项决赛5圈的比赛，欢迎您继续关注。
Ladies and gentlemen, the individual apparatus finals, hoop, ball, it's over. Shortly after, we'll have group apparatus finals, 5 hoops. Please stay tuned.
We will take a break of just a few moments before the Group 5 Hoops final begins. We certainly do hope you are enjoying the broadcast from wherever in the world you happen to be tuning in. Things are quite exciting here in Chengdu. But for the moment, please feel free to pop the kettle on, go fetch yourself a snack. We'll be back in just a couple minutes. The results of the individual ball final in rhythmic gymnastics here at the World University Games. With the bronze medal, it is Tatiana Volozhinina of Bulgaria, silver to Elzhana Tanieva of Kazakhstan, her second medal on the day, and gold to Fanny Pignitsky of Hungary. It is now time for the Group 5 Hoops final in rhythmic gymnastics finals that we will see, and this is with the single apparatus. 5 hoops and 5 gymnasts will take to the carpet, and magic will ensue.